All right. Welcome to Sideboard MTG. My name's Eric, and we're back on Arena to play around with this Flood of Tears Omniscience combo. I know a lot of you guys have seen different versions of this deck. I've personally been playing around with a couple different versions of the deck. Today we're going to be going over the Sultai deck in full, but I definitely wanted to at least mention that as much fun as we're going to be trying to have with the Sultai version of the deck, where we get to pick our own win con and we get to do all of those crazy things, you don't absolutely need that. If you've already been building the Elementals deck, you can just go with that, as Omnath himself is a good enough win con to just finish the game, right? Like, you don't have to go do all the crazy things that we're going to be trying to do for memes and having fun today. You could just play Elementals and play Omnath, and then when you get the combo to go off, even if Omnath is the only elemental entering the battlefield, you're going to do 1 point of damage, and you can just rotate through and do 1 point of damage over and over and over again, showing your opponent that you can do this infinitely, and then you should be good from there. We're not going to be playing that because that's just too boring, right? That's way too boring. Instead, we're actually going to take a page out of Lich's Mastery. Lich's Mastery, isn't that the card? Oh, now I have to look. Yes, Lich's Mastery. We're going to be taking a page out of the chromatic black Lich's Mastery decks that have been floating around for weeks on end. Decks that run Mastermind's Acquisition. They're best of one decks, but they've got a 15 card sideboard. And in that 15 card sideboard, like, let's pull this up and take a good look at this sideboard, right? Because we've got like some combos that are there that just don't work in other situations, but they're great in these situations, right? All right, so every time that we're rotating through our main combo, and we'll talk about it in a moment, just know that you're going to cast Flood of Tears a lot. All right. So since we're casting an instant sorcery, we get to go get a card like Thousand Year Storm, and now every time we cast an instant or sorcery, we're going to get to copy that. Then we'll cast an Inescapable Blaze for uncounterable damage to their face or to their board or whatever, or we could just make them draw like a million cards, right? Like, draw more than your deck has in it currently, or maybe we want to draw more than our deck has in it currently and have a Jace on the battlefield. We can do that too. So we can either like mill ourselves out, we can draw out our entire deck, we can win that way. There's just a ton of ways we can win. Omnath does work, and since we don't worry about converted or color or anything like that, we could also win off of Omnath. I threw an Omnath in the sideboard. There are some catch-all cards in the sideboard. Maybe we need to go back through a particular card. Recollect helps us do that. We can sweep the board with Ritual of Soot. Maybe like if we need an early sweeper. Cry of the Carnarium's pretty good. And did I end up on 4-color? Technically, it's 4-color, Justin, but not 100%. Veil of Summer has been absolutely great, guys, as we need to be able to get this combo off, right? Like, so I've showed you the sideboard, so that's how we're going to win, right? We're not going to win with what's in the main board. We're going to win with what's over there in the sideboard, all right? So let's take a look at the combo itself. All right, so Flood of Tears says for 6 mana, 4 and double blue, that we can return all non-land permanents to their owner's hands. If you return 4 or more non-token permanents you control this way, you may put a permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield. Now, with this, the biggest problem I've had is ending up with 4 permanents on the battlefield. Now, they do have to be non-token, so the army off of Dreadhorde Invasion doesn't count. But Dreadhorde Invasion itself is a really good card at giving us a little bit of staying power. We can get it out early. So you just need some kind of 2-drop. A lot of people are trying 2-drops that draw cards because they feel that they have to draw cards in order to make the combo go off. You're going to draw cards, okay? Like, you're going to have, if you have any other set of permanents down, you're going to be able to draw cards, even if it's just digging for more Flood of Tears with Tameo or repeating the combo or something of that nature. We have Narset, which will help us draw cards. which is great. We have Risen Reef. If we get our Risen Reef down, we can have like a Leafkin Druid enter the battlefield, which will help us get through more cards from our deck. And then if we need to like just kind of hold up, if you've got the Tameo package going on, you can always just go into that Turbo Fog scenario where you're like Root Snare, down tick Tameo, get a Root Snare back, Root Snare again on the next turn, and just keep stopping damage to buy you the time you need to get those permanents onto the battlefield to get Flood of Tears out there. And that's really been the biggest problem I've had with the deck, is just trying to have the 4 permanents on the battlefield to be able to get those. So, I mean, I tried with more creatures and things. That does become a little bit dangerous. That's why the Elementals deck I showed you just a moment ago is actually flooded with creatures, so that you can kind of go overboard with the number of permanents that are on the battlefield. And it does seem to work pretty well. Narset's pretty good here, just buying you more time and helping you dig into either combo pieces or root snares, things of that nature. And then, of course, if we get a Mastermind's Acquisition, we can just go dig for the missing combo piece. So we basically just want to set up the board, get some permanents on the battlefield, cast Flood of Tears with an Omniscience in hand, and then at that point, we get to recast everything in our hand that we just picked up, drawing some cards. Hopefully there's a Tameo getting back Flood of Tears so that we can repeat the process and go from there. You've used Dovin's Acuity for card draw and life gain. I can see that. I can see the card draw. I find that I get so much life gain off of Gift of Paradise that, like, maybe I need to put Command the Dreadhorde in the sideboard or something. It gets crazy. So let's go play. Let's go play. Right? We maybe actually play a game or two of the Elemental Flood before the end of the night. Like, I can't take credit for like the flood combo, because like somebody else come up with the flood combo long before I did. Like there were people running it on the early access event that was sponsored by Wizards of the Coast, that sort of thing. I think this is a best of 1 deck. You could play it in best of 3 if you want. We do have all the Veil of Summers for games 2 and 3 against anything that could counter you. But like, hopefully we'll just get it to go off a couple times here. Maybe our opponents won't scoop too early. Just know that if we can draw a single card, we have Tameo, Flood of Tears, and Omniscience, we just won the game, right? So, like, that's the plan. If we can get it off, then there we go. Let's see what happens here. Well, that's slow, but it's a start. We can use the Temple of Mysteries to dig for some more lands, which would be great. We do have parts of the combo. That's not bad, so we can come in untapped on 3 if we want. I'm not even upset about land here. I'll just take a land next turn, because now if we hit off of Risen Reef, then we're gold, right? So let's just go ahead. Yeah, I think we're just gonna keep casting Risen Reefs for a moment. Hopefully the opponent won't be able to just sweep the board. We don't really care if our opponent like sets up a board state, because as long as he's not just killing us, then we should still win. Alright, so wow. I might need to restart my instance of Arena. Alright, we'll take the ramp. We have a Narset. And Narset probably wouldn't be very long for this world anyway. Prison Realm. Okay, well, we may end up having to stall the opponent out on 6 by just casting Flood. Let's cast another Risen Reef. There's a Tameo. Okay. I mean, we're still at 13. There's Angel of Vitality. All right, so we're gonna take a big hit next turn if we let this keep going. Yeah, so we pretty much have to cast it here. So the old defensive Flood of Tears. So now he's going to want to reapply cards to the battlefield, but with a lack of white sources, that's going to be a little bit difficult for him, which should buy us a little bit of time. Hey. All right. I think this is a good time to go ahead, play Tamiyo and Narset. What do we call off of? Just another Flood? Oh, okay, so he could actually remove Tamiyo. So I'm just going to downtick Tamiyo and get the Flood, because he's got 1 point of damage coming. So we'll grab Flood this way. And then this actually gives me ramp. So, or could give me ramp. Nope, just a Gift of Paradise. We're getting closer, though. We're getting much closer. Think you can say happy birthday, Gage, to... Gage? Happy birthday, man! How old are you, sir? How old are you, Gage? What's up, Kenneth? Alright. Alright, so we even get another one, so we just get to keep playing around. Like we're gaining a lot of time here, which is great. So let's go Gift of Paradise. Put it on this. We need another permanent. Maybe another Gift of Paradise. Got it. Alright, so if we go 1, 2, 3, and we'll have enough for Narset as well. Alright, well that's not bad. Or we could Mastermind's Acquisition. I think I want a Narset. So I don't think it can kill both of them. Oh, I was so close to being able to do great things. One more land and we would have been able to just root snare and it would have been over. Just completely over. Alright, so now he has to shoot one of them and then, or attack one and then use Prison Realm on the other. I'm going to downtick Narset here. We got a Gift of Paradise and a Tamiyo. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we can cast Tamiyo. Alright, Tamiyo it is. Tamiyo. I wonder if he has an instant speed way to deal with this. We'll return something from our graveyard here. We'll get Risen Reef. Okay. This should be it. We've got 5 permanents, so even if he goes to destroy one, he let it happen. We're going to put Omniscience onto the battlefield. Risen Reef. He scoops it up. Nice. He's 9. Gauge turn 9. All right. Do you like Magic, Gauge? Do you like what's your favorite deck? Do you play red deck? Do you play like mono blue? Do you like multicolored decks? You play whatever your dad gives you, or what? Like, just curious. I want to know the mind of the young Magic player. All right. Is it weird talking to the man in the TV or on the phone? I love kids in the stream. I should watch my mouth more so that people will bring their kids to stream more often. Okay, we're back at it. We have most of the combo and we can buy time. Now we just need permanents. Well, we're holding the combo. Healer's Hawk. Alright, Risen Reef's not bad. Getting in there for some damage. Blue-white flyers may just be too fast for us. Spectral Sailor. Or get more viewers from New York. They probably don't care either way. That seems like that's like discriminatory. Like you're directly talking about people from New York. Like his 2 older brothers and sisters play. Well, that's cool. It's good to have more people in the family that play. This way you can get more games in and you can play against different personalities because people play differently. And people will see lines that other people don't play, and you can even have the competition in the house between the brothers and sisters and dad and mom and everyone, and you can just have a lot of fun. I think we can take Tamio up here. I mean, if he comes up with like land Imperial Eagle, then no, then I just messed up, right? What do I want? Like Narset maybe? Because I know that we're going to be digging for like all the root snares that we can possibly get. Maybe we actually want to gain some life. I think Narset's going to be pretty decent. Yeah, I was thinking there, bro. Hey, take one. Take one. Calm down, sir. Gift. Okay, gift would have also been good. There's the Empyrean Eagle. There goes Tamio. Yeah, I was really hoping. I should have called gift. I would have gotten a target. Yeah, bye Tamio. Yeah, we might be in a little bit of trouble here, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so we're looking at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If he gets another. If he has another Empyrean Eagle, we're in some trouble. I'm going to grab a Ritual of Soot. Favorable wins. Okay, that's still only 11. What? Did I do my math wrong? I did my math wrong. My bad. GG opponent. GG. Yeah, I math wrong again. So we were just dead. We were dead to any anthem. Just too fast for us. Okay, so it was still not a punt. Just because I didn't know we were dead doesn't mean that it's a punt. No, Justin Clay, we're not counting that. I don't think I would have played differently other than I would have just scooped, right? Like I wouldn't even have cast a spell. So I don't. I mean, I think I made the right play of playing into him not having it. Math in a card game? Ridiculous, says Boros Spoons. Right? Ridiculous. Why would there be math in a card game? Come on. It's not like it was created by like some mathematician or nothing, right? Roger Spider. Roger Spider. Coming in hot. Roger Spider. Fire all missiles. Gift would have given me life and mana for root snare. You're right. You're right. So that was actually the punt by not calling gift off the top. Instead, I called Narset. Which, if I would have had Narset, if I would have hit Narset, I still would have cast a 3-drop and just paid the 2 life, and it would still have been a root snare. So even if it didn't hit the gift, the proper play there was to buy one more turn. And play a 3-drop and pay 2 life and then keep up root snare, right? Neither of those would have. He's right, but he's also like not right. It wasn't the only play I could make at that point. If I would have Gift of Paradise and if I would have called Gift of Paradise, the next turn I would have been able to play a 3-drop and hold up. Because I had 5 mana, I just didn't pay the 2 life because I was not going to be able to cast another spell anyway. So if we would have hit Narset or any 3-drop, I would have been able to play it that next turn, the turn that I cast Mastermind's Acquisition, and then I would have held up Root Snare regardless. So it wouldn't have mattered if I'd had the life or not. So I agree, but I disagree. So like I think we were just dead there anyway. If we would have hit on Gift of Paradise, then we wouldn't have had no. If we wouldn't have had a they just love it when I punt. That's all. So like sometimes I'll defend it, right? That you haven't started anything they weren't just excited for, Gary. This is chat for you, man. They just want to get under your skin. I love it. I love chat. Anyway, I do think that if we would have pulled anything other than Narset, then we wouldn't have had an option to continue drawing for Root Snares, because Gift of Paradise would have just given us 3 life, and we would have still died on the next turn. Well, thanks for showing up, Mr. Miller. Anyway, like with Narset, we would have had an option to continue digging, and I think it would have been the better call. I don't know what's going on. Yes, Gary, if you do end up liking it, hit the join button here on YouTube Gaming. It's like subscribing, but you get access to that wonderful punt emoji. Oh, I'm so glad that I made a punt emoji. But you get this wonderful little punt emoji, along with a ton of other emojis that you can express yourself with, whether you're in the comments watching after the fact. There you go. Justin Clay's like, here's all of them. Right? We can clock people, go ham, the mana screw. You can shake some salt on people, the golden nut, or just smash. Just smash them. Like, smash that like button. Found me because you're here for Devs decks. Well, I no longer play all the Devs decks. We normally play, like, most of the budget decks, but that and decks that you guys are like, hey, play this one. Like, I would really want to see this one. So, like, if I get people asking me to play a deck, sometimes people don't care because Dev makes like 30 decks a season, right? And like, not all of them are going to be great, and some of them are going to be just wonderful. Like Dev at least hits 2 or 3 each season that are just, oh man, it's just a delight to play them. But you know, others aren't always so lovely. I think I can keep this. Um, but that's just deck building in general, right? Like if any of us sit down and say, all right, I'm going to make 30 decks this season, you're not going to build 31 decks. It just doesn't work that way. I think I'd just go ahead and grab that as part of my win con. It's one less part I have to have. Just go Leafkin Druid into Narset into Tamiyo and just kind of roll with it. I am going to pay some life for this. But anyway, I don't play all the Devs decks, but like if you guys ask me to play a Devs deck, I'll either play it here or on MTGA, one or the other. If I have the cards on Arena, we'll play it on Arena. If I don't have the cards on Arena or I can't like easily craft them, then we'll play it on MTGO. So definitely got gameplay to get your gameplay on. All right, Narset, do your thing, girl. Stop that Teferi. Ooh. I think I just want Gift of Paradise because I want more permanents. And the ramp won't hurt either. Because next turn we can be like Gift of Paradise on one of these, right? And then still play another 3-drop? We don't have another 3-drop, so that's pointless. Alright. So Teferi. He gonna do some bouncing. Fine, fine. You still don't get to draw no card. No card for you. We'll put it here. I like that the game is smart now, as far as knows not to tap the land you're going to put the Gift of Paradise on. Another hero. Alright. Well, he swings out here, and I guess there's just no point in blocking. Saheeli. Okay. Like, I really don't want a Tamiyo into this. I kind of want to just, like, mastermind. Like, what do I mastermind into, though? So if I Tamiyo here, right, and I go, he's like 1, I block this, and we take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tamiyo lives. But it doesn't live the following turn, so we do have to mastermind this turn. So we go mastermind for Flood. Alright, so we're masterminding for Flood or Gift. I think it's Flood. Well, I selected Flood. I hope the game gives me the Flood. Alright. Alright, game. You think he's got a counter spell? Because I'm pretty sure I'm about to have to cast Flood of Tears just to be casting it. Maybe we just like try to hang in there for the hard cast Omniscience. Go ham from there. Opponent has a lot of basics. The opponent does have a lot of basics. Holy cat. Alright, that hurts. Are we just dead? I'm not even doing the math. Yep, we're just dead. Yep, I don't even care. I'm not playing against that. Like, okay, so we flood, we put everything back in their hand, and then like we wait. You know, he rebuilds too quick. He rebuilds too quick. All right, back at it. It's best of one for you. Just Tameo and call snare. Maybe that may be the way to go. How many snares are we running in the deck? We're running 4, Gary. Like maybe just like going for the snare is the right route, right? Like just okay against the creature decks, just go for snare. I need to get Tameo online faster. Fair. I would have gotten it online a little faster last turn, but he bounced my dude with a fairy. We have some permanents. We can get to drawing. I don't really like this hand. It's not the worst, though. We're going to have to pay some life. Unless we draw some other card. Oh, look, Snubhorn Sentry. Yay. Well, we're going to grow quickly. Turn 2 Dreadhorde Invasion. Turn 4 Dreadhorde. I think I still play this on turn 3. Maybe I don't take that much damage. Wow. Remember, when we flood, we can pick these up, and if we choose not to put them back down, we don't have to. Well, I understand the, hey, we have to dig for this, but what are you doing after, like, I mean, you're alive for one more top deck, so fair enough, I guess. Alright, well, we hit a land off of the Risen Reef, so we did get our ramp in. We've got a little bit of an issue now. We'll go no blocks here. We can take a couple more points. Can I even pay the 2 life to play both here? I guess I kind of don't have a lot of choice. We need to just hit flood off the top. Come on, Flood of Tears. Flood of Tears off the top would be so great. Nope. Can we even stay alive here? Let's see. We block, block, block. Conclave Tribunal. Ouch. He picks up my Zambi. Now I'm definitely just dead. Yeah. That hurts. That hurts. Conclave Tribunal gave him the extra permanent, so yeah. We got 1 turn to do it. We didn't even have 1 turn. I mean, yeah. I never said it was a tier 1 deck, guys. I never did. I just said that we can make it work sometimes. It's fun when it works. This is meme decks. It's such a hard deck to pilot. Like you gotta get the right cards. Like I should have mulliganed harder. Like against any aggressive strategy, you're pretty just hurt. Like maybe I need to put. You may just want to run a play set of Cry main board. It's totally a meme deck. Oh yeah, 100% memes. It's like it's win more in the fullest. I mean, these are things. These are permanents that keep me alive and help me do other things later. Maybe we do just want a globe here to draw a card, right? Like just 2 copies of globe. I I also thought about search res content instead of dread horde. You know, I don't even want to masterminds right now. Maybe I do. Do we want to masterminds? Probably. Should definitely be running board wipes in your main deck if you have the ability to easily rebuild after the fact. We don't actually have the ability to easily rebuild after the fact, honestly. I want to play a 2-drop here. Oh, look. He's playing the good feather deck. Yeah. So if he doesn't have us kill like dead by turn 4, I'm going like I should have played Leafkin Druid. Yeah, that's what I should have done. Yeah, sure. So now we'll put the zombie in front of it, try to stop some damage. I guess not. I guess he's going to Domri's ambush the zombie. Ooh, alright. Take a big 5 here. I'm going to go with no blocks. Aye. I mean, if he goes protection from black, how dead am I? I guess he doesn't though, right? Because then we just root snare. Temple, I guess? So we can scry? Do I want that? No. Alright. We'll try to live through the turn via root snare. So he just keeps killing our zombie. Well, we know we're casting this. I mean, maybe it'd be smart to let him just like go for lethal first and then cast it, but Edna mode flashbacks, no capes, no mana dorks, no board wipes. Yikes. What do we want? What saves us here? He can't target it. So, like, Ritual of Soot? Just get a flood and bounce it back to his hand? Start rebuilding? Try to draw some more cards? I mean, if we get anything that's... I mean, I guess we take Flood? Flood's one of the few things that's going to remotely save us here. Does protection from blue save it from being put back into his hand? Return all non-land permanents to their owner's hand. Oh, well, we're just dead anyway. Look at that. Look at that. Darn that feather deck. Right? Darn that feather deck. I've lost almost an entire rank playing this. Yikes. Yikes. You guys want to try the elemental version? You want to we haven't gotten to pull off the good stuff yet. Like we did right off the bat, and we just haven't been able to do anything else since. Maybe deadweight. Deadweight could be good. Like at least it's a permanent. We can like slap it out there. But how many times are you gonna put deadweight on something and then it's dead? It's just gone. Maybe though. It's a permanent on some things, right? Fair enough. Cougar meat. I like that. Cougar meat. Yeah, I'm gonna mulligan. Alright, here we go. If anything's going to work, this is going to work. I have to hope we find another Flood of Tears. I mean, we're already going to be playing a turn behind on the land, so I don't want to give up a land. I don't want to risk missing a land drop. Hopefully we're going to hit another. You get it? Aha. Fun. It's an innuendo. Haha. Daddy, what's a cougar? Daddy looked over at mommy. Sorry. Bad jokes. Abzan. Abzan. Alright, well, I still think we go Gift of Paradise first. Because not only do we gain the life, but we also get our ramp started. And it's hard to interact with that. Okay, I mean, this is not like the worst thing in the world. We take 3, we're going to gain 3 back, so we kind of negate this round of damage. It's kind of like fogging, right? Kasmina's Transmutation, that might not be a bad one. As Abzan Hero, you're sickened yet curious, right? What's up, Kenny? Let the cougar puns begin. Let's put it on one of our like non-green sources. Yay! Did he just not swing last turn? What happened? So you think I should run Teferi and Oath of Kaya? Make it 4 color? It's not out of the question. It's totally not out of the question. Alright, so I tell you what, after this game we'll run the elemental version of it, and then maybe we'll play around like and build on it a little bit. Like, I've got no problem with that. I'm definitely not saying no, this is the deck. It's 100% complete the way it is. Definitely not saying that. What am I doing? I grabbed the wrong thing. I'm wrong enchantment. My bread. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ever closer to our dreams. All right, so 4, 5, 6, 7. Luckily, the opponent's not hitting us for 1,000,000 here. I would love to hit like Tamio off the top. Would have been so good. Depending on what we pull next turn, I honestly might just fire off this flood. Just make him put everything back in his hand, and then we start like gaining life again. Like, to make him have to recast wouldn't take much, though. I mean, he's one land from being able to completely rebuild the battlefield. Did he just cleansing Nova me for lethal? We just got lethal. Wow. Looks like all decks may be faster. Yeah, invasion may be bad here. You're definitely right. So just anything that would draw a card. So maybe we do go with the Guild Globes. Maybe the Urban Utopias. Nice Nova. GG. Right? Let's try the Elemental Flood. This may be the most we've lost on stream in ages. It happens. The curse is here. The stream curse. I never really thought I've been talking about the flood deck for the past couple days, and I keep saying, it's awesome when it works, and then when it doesn't work, you need a legit sideboard too for best of one with masterminds. We've got a legit sideboard. With masterminds, like we've got Ritual of Soots in the sideboard. We've got Cry of the Carnarium. We've got a whole bunch of things, like including Veil of Summers to make sure we don't get countered when we try to go off. Like, we've got answers, but the deck's just too slow for anything that's fast. And I can't stress enough how slow the deck is. So I guess I want to get a blue source out. Doesn't really matter. Because you're going to play Leafkin Druid on 2, and then on turn 3, we can play the Stomping Ground in tapped. Elemental. This land is so good. Unclaimed Territory. Yeah, that was definitely a Nova there. Jareth Miles, how are you, sir? Welcome back to the party. All right, so I just pay the life here. Go ahead and get like Tameo going. Start digging for parts. I guess I want Flood first. Is that right? We want Flood. Flood of Tears. I mean, he could have like Angrath's Rampage or something. All right, so we dumped a Tameo and a Mana Dork. So yeah, he's probably about to try to kill Tameo. All right, so there goes a Bedevil on Tameo. Right, we get Flood of Tears anyway. I'm just gonna play Omnath, shoot him for 2, and then put a +1/+1 counter. I guess we put it on Omnath. Mortify. Alright. Should have put it on the Leafkin Druid. I know I should have put it on the Leafkin Druid. Alright, so here's some stuff. We can Gift of Paradise. We'll Gift of Paradise the Breeding Pool. Well, that's awful slow. Another Leafkin Druid. Play land for the turn. Alright, well, we've got 3 permanents. No attacks, and now we just wait. Put a 1/1 counter on the opponent. Yes, that's opponent. Brutal. Zakama in the sideboard. Yeah, that'd be good. Zakama would be fun. Alright. Now we just wait. I doubt we get anything before. Yep. Bolus just said, "Be gone." What? Just hitting the lands. Can't wait when that hot garbage rotates out. You don't like Bolus? You think Bolus is... Oh, man. I do have 4 Boluses. 4 mana and 5 mana Boluses. I may have to see. I don't even know if I've got Grixis lands, though. He'll kill this. He'll kill this for sure. Oh, absorb. What is this trash? What is it? What are these white sources? What? What is this? Absorb? These 4 colors. 4 colors. With Rupture Spire. We didn't get there. We did not get there, chat. Great card for CMC. It's a little OP. Punished for not playing 3 mana Teferi. You got me, Gary. You got me, man. Should have been playing 3 mana Teferi. Dadgummit. If we would have had Tamiyo out, we wouldn't have been able to sacrifice a creature, right? Or sacrifice or discard a card. So like, I feel punished for not getting Tamiyo out, right? It was all about the deck until he played Rupture Spire, right? Yeah, when he played Rupture Spire, even I was like, what? Now I'm getting beat down by like a deck running bad lands. 4 color deck with bad lands. And maybe that's the best lands you can get in 4 colors. I don't know. He thinks the deck's just bad. I think the flood deck's just bad. Like, no matter how you run it, I think it's still just, it's too slow. I think it's powerful enough that you're going to remember the games that you go off. Alright, like, alright, I'll keep this. All we need to do is hit land, and we're gold, right? We just hit land, and we're gold. This dude's 0. No. Watch, this is gonna be a mirror match, and he's gonna show us how to do it. Alright, we go turn 2 Leafkin Druid into a turn 3 Risen Reef into hopefully land. Badlands don't exist. Badlands does exist. Don't you lightning strike my dude. He lightning striked my dude. It's brutal, guys. And then he Risen Reef. Man, that's not fair. We were supposed to Risen Reef. Maybe we still will. Maybe we still will. Alright, we Risen Reef. Okay, I mean, at least that's a spell we can cast next turn. If we hit another land, we can Gift of Paradise that land into a Leafkin Druid. Getting me for 1 opponent. I think I have to go for like trying to get a land here. So if that would have revealed a land, I probably would have picked it up, like not revealed it, put it into my hand, and then played it, depending on which land it was. Just to try to get another land drop, right? I don't know. I wouldn't have been able to cast anything, so I guess I could have just let it hit. Whatever. Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered. Are Badlands from Tempest? Tempest was before my time, so I don't really know. Like if you played in Tempest, Kenny, you played Magic more than I have. And beware, you're dating yourself, sir. Like that's. Oh, come on. Come on, land. Give me a land. Do I have to just go into... I mean, I guess I can Trailblazer here. And this means at least we can start casting Omnaths next turn. All right, so he's paying attention to the fact that we're that we're land screwed here. Started in beta. I started in like late 2009, 2010, somewhere in that area. The Zendikar had just come out. Rise of the Eldrazi, those cards. New Phyrexia was my first pre-release, right? I'll go no blocks here. Like we can start shooting Risen Reefs. I guess I just go for Gift of Paradise though. And pass? I mean, we're just a long way from being able to do anything. Maybe I should have Risen Reef there, as the Risen Reef would have been a 2-1. I could have put up some blockers. There's just so many different routes. Like I still want to just go for the Omnath. Because right now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so we can cast Risen Reef next turn for 3, and then Leafkin Druid will make 2, which means we'll have 3 more available. So if we hit 1 more land, we can cast Omnath as well. What's up, Lincoln? You don't know? What do you mean you don't know? Don't push the mute button. What are you doing? You don't know. You should be getting ready for bed. No. Why not? Why won't you? Why aren't you getting ready for bed? Yep, there's mommy. Bye, Lincoln. Sorry, guys. The little one doesn't like saying goodbye. Lightning strike. Oh, come on, dude. I needed that. I needed that creature. We're so dead. You're not seeing an answer? I'm not either. Oh, come on. If we would have hit some lands, we could have got into, Flood of Tears. And that's the problem. Is like you need 4 permanents on the battlefield. And any deck that's remotely fast can just run over you. I'm not worried about the rank. Like, I can just play Feather and we can get the rank back. Like, deck's so good. Right? Like, I'm definitely not worried about rank right now. I want to get to the point where I've completed the collection enough to where every quest, the cards pop up and we get gems for it, right? So then I can just sink those gems into the mastery and get the level 80 cat, and I can be done with it. All right, I just need to get to I just need to get to level 80. Get our cat. Yeah, the winged cat, and then I can be done with this season. So the best way to do that for me is, I mean, I guess we still want to get some card styles and stuff like that, but I guess those will come, and we want those, of course. But whatever. I think the best way to get to earn a collection is actually to play the constructed events. Like if you're going to play and you know you have a decent deck, take the traditional constructed events, and like they're 1,000 gold to get into, and if you get up towards the end, you get at least 2 rares and 1 uncommon, or at least 1 rare. And every time you get a rare, that's another chance at either getting some gems or something like that. And it's really easy to just have 1,000 gold to keep jumping in these. You only have to get 2 wins to just get 3 cards, right? So, and you've got a percent chance at any of your cards becoming rare. Like, it's 10% for rare and 5% for mythic for any of your cards to upgrade. So, like, even if you only get 2 wins before you get 2 losses, so if you got a deck that can go 2-2 in 4 games, then you can keep playing this over and over for virtually free. And every time that you get 3 wins, you're going to earn a little bit, right? Every time that you get 4 wins, you're going to earn a little bit more. You're going to start getting those rare cards with 3 wins. And then when you get up to the point where, like, you do hit 5-0, in these events, like, you're going to get more than the entry fee back, plus you're getting those rare cards. You can use that extra entry fee to go buy a pack, and that's how I would complete my collection right there. Like that. Like, if you guys are looking for a way to complete a correct collection, that's the way I would do it. Alright, so you guys want to work on this Sultai Flood deck a little bit, because tonight it doesn't look like Flood's working at all. So what do you guys say? You say we need Cry the Carnarium in the main board, right? If we have Cry the Carnarium in the main board, what are we taking out? We'll say that we're taking out the 2-drop. We have to, like, do you want Risen Reef if you're taking out Cry the Carnarium? No, just 1 Cry the Carnarium in the sideboard? Sir, there is 1 Cry the Carnarium in the side. Let me let you look at my, you said we need a functional sideboard. Alright, so what do we need for this functional sideboard? You'd say forget about Root Snare. I think Root Snare is needed. No Reef at all. Alright, so what do we play in instead of Reef on turn 3? No, Risen Reef stays. Alright, so I've got some people saying no Reef at all. Other people say Risen Reef stays. I like Risen Reef. I think that it's a great card. Your version is Esper built with green as a 4th color so that you can use Gaia's Blessing to reshuffle your graveyard. Alright, so you want Oath of Kaya. Alright, so you want me to go to splash white in it. You want... Alright, so you're saying take out Leafkin Druids, take out Risen Reef, and... I'm willing to try this. I'm willing to try this. Alright, we want Oath of Kaya. I've only got 3. I'm not wasting a rare card here on a 4th one. I've only got 3 Oath of Kaya. 3 mana to Fairy. I was about to type in 3 Fairy. Oh, the memes have gotten me. 3 Fairy and 5 Fairy. Alright, so how many 3 fairies? And 3 fairy, Narset, Tameo. Okay. 1 Tameo? Just the 1 Tameo? Alright, so how many Teferi 3s are we running here? Just 1 3 fairy? Just 1 3 fairy. Okay, 1 3 fairy. Now how many 5 fairy? Just trust. I'm trusting you, man. I also trust that, like, if you've got this deck already built, you should submit it over on the Sideboard MTG subreddit, and I'll play your 75 at some point if everybody likes it. What about the blue enchant creature that makes it a 0/1? I actually like that card. Just because it doesn't kill, like, sometimes Deadweight will kill creatures, and that doesn't. You should drop. Your 2-drop should be the Surveil Split card, so that you can have the option of putting Gaia's Blessing in the graveyard from the top of the deck. Three fairies sounds awesome, like or sounds like a bar joke. Eh, I'm sure you can make something funny with that. Yep. So somebody got that pun. Somebody got that pun. Four masterminds. I don't even know if I have four masterminds. I do have four masterminds. How about that? All right, four masterminds. We are masterminding all the way. This is going to happen. We are going to mastermind. We've got four cards left. I haven't even put Big Teferi in yet. And we still need white mana sources. Just posted the next deck for Sub Monday. For Subscriber Day, man. Jeskai Hero. Four Flood, four Root Snare. We already got that. Guild Globe. Ford Guild Globe. Now I know you're just copying some other streamer's deck. Alright, four Guild Globe. You know what? Why don't you just send me the link to the deck? Oh. That's semi funny, Kenny. Only if it was true. I've got a lot of gay friends, and I don't think any of them would leave a bar full of straight guys. I just don't. Like, there's some gay guys out there going, right, yeah. Like I just don't think they would leave that bar. Four oath, two Omni. I don't have four oath, and I'm not buying another oath for just for this. 23 mountains, 37 red cards. I like it, Justin Clay. Justin Clay's like, this is how you build it. So how are we casting the Teferi and the Oath of Kaya, right? Like, we've got to go in here and change this entire map base. Gary, just send me a link, sir. Just send me a link to the deck, and I'll pull it up. Thought that was 1340. It's pretty much the way it works there, Kenneth. Like, with Arena, you just get lucky. You mulligan to a two-land hand and play it from there. Didn't know if links are allowed. We can allow them. You know, this is my stream, so we can allow them if you want to. You know, like if I would like to see a deck, I can tell YouTube to allow it. It would sure make this easier. I just don't know how how well Teferi would work in this situation. Hopefully we'll have a link here in a moment, chat, and we can stop telling bar jokes in chat. Your life is a bar joke. Aw. I did not get the link. It did not post. You just copy paste and then hit enter. Like, it will let me know if it even tries to block a link, or it'll let one of the manatraders know, and it'll ask them to hide it. And we're going to click, like, not hide it. Then we're all going to click it, and it's probably going to be some bad bar joke link, and we're all going to feel bad. Yeah. Ever tried the Orzhov Wanderer deck? I don't even know what Wanderer is. Maybe some Moments of Craving or something to kill little guys, or even Thought Erasers. So the problem with the deck is you can't Maybe you can just post it over on the Reddit at some point, but I don't feel like creating a mana base to be able to try to make Teferi Time Reveler and Oath of Kaya work. But if you've got a version of this deck, post it over on the Sideboard MTG subreddit, and we'll check it out. I'm going to discard these changes for right now. But yeah, post it over on the Reddit, or exactly in the description box. There's a link to the Discord. You can go to the Discord and like post it there, and then Madness can post it. Like the moderators are all in Discord. I don't keep Discord up while I'm streaming, unless we're like giving away packs or something. Yeah, I don't know why that wouldn't be working either. Like you should have access to post a link unless the link is not appropriate. So anyway, Sultai Flood. Again, I think the deck it's got some powerful lines, and honestly, Guild Globe is probably Glove. No, oops. Guild Globe probably is the proper card in this slot. I also think that Root Snare is probably right. I actually had the deck kind of like this for quite some time, and it seemed to work all right. I guess I'm just going to run it back and play this really quick. We'll play another game before we call it a night. Hopefully we can get it to go off. I am working on different variations right now of Dracuseth. Everybody's all excited about Dracuseth, right? Like everyone's trying to build Dracuseth. And so I'm playing around with you kind of want me to play goblins for next stream? I don't even know if I could play. I mean, I could play it on MTGO, of course, but I'll have to see what goblins I have. It's in Discord. All right, Madness. Check that link if you don't mind, and pop it in chat. Well, we get to try Guild Globe. See if it'll help us get a card. No, go away. Bottom bar, go away. Arena. This is straight from Stream Decker. So whose deck is this? Like this is straight off someone's stream. It's Ali Andrazi's deck. I'll check it out after this. It's Ali Andrazi deck, everyone. The link's there in chat if you guys want to check it out. Oh, it's a Sethite. Opponent. You can win an opponent. You can have your mono red game. Yeah, I can see it. You can have it a mono red. I want to check out this Ali Andrazi version. If anybody can build a version of this deck, it'll be Ali Andrazi. I mean, he's the guy who brought us the Lich's Mastery deck, which is where the sideboard was pulled from in the first place. So, let's go to decks. Ali Andrazi's deck. Where are we at? Probably don't have all the cards for this deck, and I doubt that I'm going to craft them all. Alright, so apply styles to get that button out of the way. So I need a Temple of Mystery, an Oath of Kaya, and then for the sideboard, he's got Grafdigger's Cage and Star of Extinction. Here you go. We've got the Thousand Year Storm, Inescapable Blaze. He just left out the draw package, which is not necessary anyway. Zakama, Primal Calamity in the sideboard because that's fun, right? Like he put this in some of his other decks, and it's just cute. But in all reality, like once you get the deck going, the only thing you need is the Thousand Year Storm and an Inescapable Blaze. You don't need any of the other stuff. I like the Mirari's Conjecture and the Clear the Mind. Like you've got these ways to just keep looping through the deck, which are pretty cool. Scholar of the Ages, another way to loop through the deck. Continue to get more copies of your flood, you know, back in your hand. Um, I'll I'll just like add another Hinterland Harbor. I'm not worried about this in the side, so I guess we just take another. If we lose because we don't have a Star of Extinction in the sideboard, then hey, my bad. For that, I will go Overflowing Insight. It's just another one of those cute cards. All right, so I guess we'll craft this wildness here. All right, Ollie Flood. Let's try Ollie Antrazi's Flood deck. In the past, when I try to play his decks, I do not do so well. I do not do so well. He's got a mind that can see decks and see plays that other people don't. Like Ollie Antrazi's he's master at these weird jank decks and things like that. He's the real deal. Right. Well, anytime we have to like lose our permanents, we're taking our combo offline, right? And there's going to be a lot of times where like you combo off by accident, or like even times where you like hard cast Omniscience. So I think I'm supposed to keep this. I mean, I can draw a card. If I hit white source, we've got Oath of Kaya. Wish he had slightly more of a personality on stream. My only problem like with this stream was like he would get you ready for a combo. He's like, all right, so we're gonna combo off next turn, and then he would hit the advertisement button, and that aggravated me hardcore. Looking for a white source. I would like to be able to kill whatever this creature is that's about to hit the battlefield. Probably not going to be able to kill it now. That'll help. That'll help. That's fine. I mean, even if it's slow. Like I could sacrifice the Guild Globe to make the mana to be able to cast Oath of Kaya this turn, and then just like give up the Guild Globe. I think I'd do that, and I think I continue to want more land. So it would make him counter the Oath of Kaya, right? But he can't counter it. And this means he's less likely to be able to counter whatever we want to play next turn when we try to go to Fairy bounce. So I mean, if he's got a dive down or something, then he can do that. All right, so he just sacrifices it so that we can't gain life. Either way, we killed it, and that's fine. Yeah, he could Spell Pierce. You're right. He could definitely Spell Pierce. Do we just go like Tapland Tameo here? And just look for Flood? definitely think I just dig for flood here. Got one. So this gives us a lot of tempo next turn. Fairy Miscreant, okay. Alright, so let's take a look at this turn, right? Alright, so we can go land, Teferi, bounce, Tameo, return something. Alright, so let's try the Teferi bounce first. And just see if that happens. Alright, so Teferi landed, so it's probably going to happen. Alright, so Teferi bounces this. Tameo returns this. Maybe I should have got the Guild Globe. I don't think it matters after next turn because of Teferi, he can't counter. So, not like the opponent's doing anything. Right, like if the opponent was putting creatures on the battlefield and pressuring us, then I would have been in some major trouble. Yeah, it's definitely GG opponent. He's going to scoop it up. He knows what's about to happen. Right, like the opponent's got stuck on 2 land and he played all of his favorable wins, which is 3 turns where he was doing nothing. And I kind of think the other deck would have won against that. Like we were 1 turn off of winning against these fast decks. So, right. Oof, opponent. What's up, Rocker? Rocker's like, I've been here the whole time. You just now noticing me? Jeez. I've been busy talking to Gary here about this Ali and Trazi deck. It's a start. We got permanents. We got a little protection. We draw some things. We'll be alright. I know I'm looking for blue sources here, so blue-black. Next turn we'll get down the temple. Do we really want to keep coming in this late? Like, I want to get a source down. All these tap lands. I'm going to say no to that root snare. He hasn't applied enough pressure yet to make me really worry about root snaring. Okay, so gift is pretty sweet. I'm actually going to gift over anything else. Just because it's going to help me get like all my color sources. Alright, so he takes away Narset. That doesn't really bother me that much. So we get to go like Guild Globe. What are you doing up? You need to go get back in bed, little man. Well, thank you. I don't know what they are, but thank you. Close the door. My lovely 2-year-old, ladies and gentlemen. I think I want to play this land. I want to get some more information before I like try to draw. That definitely makes me want to draw over cast Mastermind's Acquisition. So Gary's the new favorite child, you understand, right? No, Lincoln's still the favorite child. You know, the one you guys hear screaming in the background about midway through every single video. because I stream as his mommy's putting him down for bedtime. Yep, that happens. So is our opponent just gonna like try to counter us here? Does he have counter? Does he just like kill our stuff? Like what happens? Right? Like what happens here? Look at the veto. Got me, opponent. Got me with the veto. He is daddy's boy. Kenny, he is. Like he's mad at his mommy right now for putting him in bed. I think I just mastermind. I don't even know what I'm masterminding for. Tameo maybe, so I can get some value. Like I just doubt that gives me enough value though, right? Where's Tameo? Like, do I want to just to fairy time reveler? Wait a minute. Is that the only Tameo in the deck? Is that the only Tameo in the deck? Alright. Narset it is. I can't believe that's the only Tameo in the deck, though. Yay, we didn't use the timeout. Teferi Time Reveler. Bounce my Guild Globe. Oh, you're going to bounce my Gift of Paradise? Come on, opponent. Now you're going to make me kill your Teferi. It's not nice. It's not nice. Well, I want to do this. Probably should have activated my Narset before I put something else on the stack, but looks like we were not punished for it. Alright, we take Flood of Tears. Elder Spell. So now we just need to draw an Omniscience. That ain't it. Gaining some life. We can still root snare. Only one. I mean, well, I get it. Like, so if we go off, there's a card in our sideboard that'll let us like flip our graveyard back into like I forget what it's called, but you just recycle your graveyard. It's better than Gaya's Blessing. It's like Clear the Mind or something. It's not Clear the Mind. Clear the Mind is a completely different card, but it's something like that. And we just basically go into our sideboard and come on. And come on. Alright. Pass turn. So yeah, like you just go get the card that puts all of your library like back together, and you just cast that, and so what, you're gonna down tick on Narset? Sure. Narset down. Oath off the top would be great. That's an oath. That is an oath. I hope it resolves. Looks like it's not going to resolve. It did resolve. So we'll bounce oath, draw a card. Shoot to fairy. Play land. Pass the turn. Nothing better than sitting outside near a bonfire while watching you guys chat about Magic. That sounds pretty good, Mr. Hall. That sounds pretty good. Alright, well, I mean, he knows we got a Teferi coming here. Or, a Narset coming. We'll get rid of the one he's seen. So we need, what, Narset to find Omniscience, and we're golden? Maybe? Probably not, because if he's holding a veto, then we're just... I mean, we get to try it. Attempt the root snare, and if he wants to keep it alive, he might try to counter. No. Oh, and we draw Omniscience. I'm just going to try to cast Omniscience. That happened. Ooh. He got me. He got me, ladies and gentlemen. He got me. He had the D-Spark. Well, we've got a bunch of permanents, and we can draw a lot, so... You got her. Narset down. I mean, I have to go for it, right, chat? There's no not going for it. Now we have to draw cards and pray. We have an Omniscience, but we've got nothing else. I'm impressed with this deck's ability to hang in there and keep fighting. with its ability to gain a ton of life. I'm not impressed with the ability to go off. Like I don't like not having the other Tamios. Although I get that you can rotate through Oath when you have the combo going and you don't need anything else. You can just keep Oathing them to death. So, yeah, that is a thing. So I guess he goes to Fairy, bounce your Omniscience. I mean, and the only thing I got to do was just replay everything that I had and draw more. This way, at least if he like plays Teferi and bounces Omniscience, I can just kill the Teferi. Oh, he's just gonna return that. Okay. Got me. Oh snap! Here we go. Here we go. Oh god, sorting your collection sounds like loads of fun. Alright, we try it again. And he's got the veto. Like, this is not even fun to play. This isn't even fun. Like, it can't be fun for you guys to watch. At this point, we're just watching two control decks just do nothing at each other. Yay. Yeah, I definitely couldn't recommend this jank to nobody. Like, I'm sorry, Ollie. Like, it may be, like, you may be able to top 8 with this deck, but if I'm going to go, like, to the point of not playing a tier 1 deck, then I want oh my god. Like, if I'm going to go to not playing a tier 1 deck, then I want that deck to at least be really fun. And this isn't. This is boring. This is magic. That's what this is. Oh no. Hell, at this point I could just cast my deck if I could just keep drawing things. Alright, you got us down to 40, opponent. If I have to scry away a land, oh my goodness. 5 years worth of cards. I've got a huge collection. If you don't have those big white boxes that hold like 5,000 cards, like, man, you got to get bunches of those. You're gonna need bunches of those. I just put this card on the bottom. Oh look. Got to get ready for work. Kenny, take care, sir. Have a good one. I can't recommend this just drawing land thing. It's not the greatest. Like, at some point you want to draw a spell. Wonder if this works. We don't have Omniscience now, right? So, like, I doubt it's very good. Like, we don't have any basics here, so I don't think it really matters what I'm clicking. Maybe I should have cast the draw spells first because we know he's going to make us discard things. So we'll hold on to that forest instead of playing it. How many cards can he make us discard? 1, 2, 3, 4. Play Teferi. 1, 2, 3, 4. He can make his discard 2 easily. He could easily make his discard 2. It is clear the mind. I think putting our deck back together is the proper play. This way we have a chance to go through everything yet again. Like, we're down to 21 cards left in the deck, and... Alright, so he's not going to go for the double discard plan. We'll see what he does go for. Alright, so here comes the Basilica. Old Bell Haunt. Oops, that's his beatdown plan. His Basilica Bell Haunt. Alright, so we want to put our deck back inside. Yep, there we go. Does he counter this? No? Yay! Can we get around counter spells? Yay, nay, maybe? This might be wrong. That feels right. Alright. So we'll start putting this combo back together. Silly Esper deck. Alright, we're going to go Flood of Tears again. So now he casts his Oath, kill our Teferi. Like, as long as he doesn't have a counter spell, I'm okay with like everything. Let's see if we can find Omniscience. Ooh. Alright. What are you doing, opponent? The lack of a draw engine? Yeah, I think Risen Reef helps out a lot. So if we can get this Teferi down, we can't be countered? Is that right? Wait a minute, why don't I get a respect to the Thought Erasure? Oh, because I can't play things that didn't... Yeah, okay, fair. Fair. Fair, whatever. Um, like, do I want to bounce anything? I guess Guild Globe draws another card. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's count some mana here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so we're gonna flood. And I'm gonna put Narset down. All right, your go, opponent. Like, our opponent gets to have a huge turn too, so this game. Who wants to play these games? I know some of you guys are. Glad you made it. Just got done with your homework. Nice, Sir Eccles. Glad you could join us here. We've been playing with different Flood of Omniscience decks tonight, and we've ended up on an Aliantrazi contraption that against a control deck is one long drawn out fight. Oh look, now we can't draw cards. Never mind. He down-ticked it, so we'll do the same thing to him as he did to us. This deck feels like one of your brews. I don't disagree. Oh, look. Well, that seems bad. I'm going to go ahead and temple. I want to know what's on top of my library. I don't want a watery grave. How am I still hitting all these lands? Alright, let's kill Narset so we can draw some cards. And we can Teferi, bounce, draw a card. There's Masterminds. So if we go globe, like I would like to find like one piece of the engine. This way I could at least like masterminds for the other piece of the engine. That will get me back part of it. I guess I should go for Omniscience. Got it. Got lucky there on the Omniscience. I could have went for Flood of Tears. I could have just also tried to get Flood of Tears back from the graveyard. Temples are great for knowing what's on the bottom of your library. So you just dump everything to the bottom, huh? Alright, so he gets rid of Teferi. I guess he lets Tamio live. Basilica Bellhaunt. That's okay. Can't make me discard. Haha. Tamio got you. Yes, yes. So we went with Oath of Kaya. We can, if we can ever get past like counter spells. I think I downtick Tamio here. And I go for a Time Reveler. He's gonna scoop. He don't want to play this either. He doesn't want to play this either. Or maybe he just didn't have a counter and he knew this was finally over. And it is finally over, chat. It is, because I'm not playing that again. If you guys want to have fun with some craziness like that, you can. Ali and Trazi, you build some weird decks, sir. I know you're awesome and you can like make crazy things happen on a battlefield, but it's not me. Not me. I'm more your average guy, and I just want to get it done on like turn 5 or 6 and just next game, right? I want to go out and talk between rounds. I was 2 for 2 though. Gary, the first game we won against someone who played 4 enchantments that did nothing to the battlefield and only had 2 land. Like, the games we were playing with Sultai Flood, my version, we were still about to win the next turn, but yet the opponents were like fighting us every turn of the way. I still can't give those 2 decks, those 2 games as the validation of the deck. So 2 for 2, yeah, maybe, but just like I don't think bad of Dev's Kalia deck because it didn't win all 3. It did win all 3. I just punted at the end. So like, I don't know. You're just gonna try to make opponents rage quit with your deck. I think that's what we just did. I think that's exactly what we just did. So, it is a fun deck, but it's definitely not the deck for me. I can also see the validity of having 3 mana Teferi in the deck, right? Ollie's he's a clickaholic. He loves decks like this. I don't doubt that. Can we show that? You're going to stick to your 5-color Field of the Dead gate jank. I'm working on a Golos Gates deck. I've got a Golos Gates deck, right? I am working on this, Scott. Like, we've got a couple Field of the Deads in here. We've got Golos. Basically, I stuck Golos and Field of the Dead in my current Gates deck because I was like, well, that's where I'd want to start testing it first, and then see what's good, see what's bad, and then just kind of start peeling back from there. But there's probably some much better things you can do with Field of the Dead, but I'm just starting to play around with that as I've been working on other decks and building other decks and things. So also trying to toy around with like Reanimator. As you guys can see, I'm currently I've got like 5 colors going on. It's because I'm using a Sultai deck to reanimate both Dracuseth and Zatalpa, which is why we're seeing 5 colors there. Yeah. Anyway, so this is we might have to play some goblins. We definitely might have to play some goblins. I don't know if I have the best version of goblins or not, but it's not bad. Like, I know somebody was asking about, like, can we play goblins at some point? Maybe we should. Like, just some goblin ringleaders, war bosses, Krinko, you know, all those good things. I'll have to learn to always play Goblin War Chief on 3, but, you know. That's going to do it for tonight, guys. I hope you had some fun with me hanging out, trying to cast Omni Flood, like, trying to get the combo to go off. We didn't get to pick how we wanted our opponents to win because, like, as soon as the combo went off, our opponents either scooped it up or the combo never went off, period. So, yeah. That's magic, right? Like, you've got really good decks that just crush things nonstop, and you got other decks that sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, and that's kind of part of it. But the deck was a lot of fun. We've got some more decks coming up later this week. I want to play the Simic Flash deck for you guys. I'm still working on like how I want to do you know, Dracuseth Reanimator. Everybody's got to have a Dracuseth Reanimator deck, and I'm not going to be different. I'm a big fan of Reanimator, so I'm playing around with some Reanimator builds and things like that. And I'll see if I can find the best one, even if it ends up not being my deck. If it's the best one, that's the one I'll present to you guys. So um, you can't wait to watch the replay. Oh, it was just me getting like infuriated the whole time, right? Just total tilt, right? Woohoo, Simic. Yeah, everybody likes Simic, right? Like, oh my goodness, everybody's playing Simic. Like the best deck out there that doesn't have blue in it right now is Naya Feather. So, most decks have blue and green in them. Like I have seen, like, I can no longer tell what someone's playing just because they're playing Sultai, because there's like 30 different Sultai decks going on. Like, everyone is trying different things in Sultai. You got Sultai Yark, you got Sultai Flood, you got like, it's crazy. Like, there's just so many. You got Sultai Explorer, Sultai Midrange, like there's a bunch of Sultai decks. Simic's the same way. You don't know if they're on the ramp thing, if they're on the Yoink deck, whatever. So, um, yeah, that's going to do it for tonight, guys. My name's Eric. You've been watching Sideboard MTG. For everyone that did like the show, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button on your way out. If you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, you should subscribe. We still got some packs to give away, so leave a comment in the comment section below, and a random person will receive some packs. You'll have to join over on Discord in order to receive those. If you want to help support the channel, the best way you can do that at this point is actually just hit that join button right there on YouTube. There are other ways to support for those of you that like Patreon. Those that are current $10 patrons, if you want to get your deck doctors in, submit those, and I'm going to be doing those individually. So if you'll go ahead and submit this month's decks, most of you got last month's decks on the early release, but go ahead and submit this month's decks for those of you that are $10 patrons, and we'll get those deck doctors out. We'll go through them, fix some mana bases, things like that, and get everybody up and running, right? So that you can all go have fun at your F&Ms. Whew. It's a lot of shilling, isn't it? Yeah. Needs work, but enjoy the stream. Oh, it needs a lot of work, Brandon. I personally think the combo itself needs more cheap permanents, right? Like, I don't think you can get away with not having the permanents. So yeah, like that's just my opinion on it. Like, you just need more cheap permanents. That's gonna do it though. My name's Eric. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.